A research fellow at the Foundation of Defense and Democracies. He joins us now from New York. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
So it's been 2 years since the uprising in Syria began. Why has this civil war gone on for so long?
Well, the principal reason is because the Assad regime has not been cut down, and when I say that, I mean specifically by external powers. So when that happened, then basically you've had a proliferation of militias that are, by and large, disorganized, and the West has withheld training, organization, and weapons from these militias, which makes everything go in a much slower at a much slower pace. So essentially, you have a war of attrition, and this is what's been going on for the last 2 years.
Should the West intervene?
I believe so. I think there is not just a moral case. There's actually a very strong strategic case to be made that this is the strategic ally of the Iranian regime and of Hezbollah in Lebanon, and that the United States and the West and their allies in the region all have an interest in taking down this regime. Indeed, not just for strategic terms also, but in order to stop this horrific bloodshed that has been going on for 2 years.
Where do al-Assad's allies, China and Russia, stand at this point?
Russia, more so than China, has been playing a very pernicious role. They've been supporting the regime with arms shipments and giving them primarily political cover. But the most, actually, aside from Russia and China, the most pernicious regime in the region that has been an ally of the Assads has been actually Iran. Iran and Hezbollah, both of whom are directly involved in the fight in Syria. On the side of the regime, Hezbollah has men on the ground fighting. The Iranians have advisors. They are sending tons and tons of weapons by plane to the regime, and as well as cash. So once you see that on the side of the regime there is external support, whereas on the side of the opposition there isn't, it explains why this has dragged on for so long as well.
So, Tony, how much longer do you think al-Assad can hold on to power?
I think probably in the long term it's not viable, but it's very, very plausible that he can hold on in the short to medium term, albeit in reduced form, meaning that his territorial grip is going to continue to contract, but he can consolidate in certain areas, namely in western Syria, while continuing to strafe sort of all the outlying areas that are held by the rebels through his air force and increasingly ballistic missiles and Scuds and other such ammunition that he has, which his allies continue to supply.
All right, Tony Badran, a research fellow at the Foundation of Defense and Democracies. We appreciate your time and expertise in this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.